Welcome back to our channel Prash. Learning is fun. In this module, I am going to explain why it is difficult to shoot a fish swimming in water. So to understand this, first we have to know how we are able to see things. When it is completely dark, we cannot identify things. But when we switch on the light, things will be visible to us. It means when the light falls on the object will reflect the light. The reflected light, when it reaches our eye, we will be able to see the objects. Observe this ray diagram. When the sunlight falls on the fish, being an opaque object, it reflects the light. When this reflected light reaches the eye of the shooter, then the shooter will be able to see the fish. But here, the ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. So, as the light ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, to obey Fermat's principle, it increases the speed and bends away from the normal at the interface and reaches the eye of the shooter. So, on extending the ray in backward direction, we get the apparent position of the fish. This happens because of the refraction of light at water and air interface. The fish appears to be raised and seems to be closer to the surface. This is called the apparent depth. So, the distance between the apparent position and the surface is called the apparent depth. The shooter aims the gun at the apparent position of the fish instead of real position. So, it is difficult for a shooter to shoot the fish swimming in water. Finally, we say that the fish appears to be raised and seems to be closer to the surface for a shooter due to refraction. Now, observe this ray diagram. Here, the refracted ray is reaching from man to the fish. That means for a fish, how does the man appears? So for the fish, the man appears to be taller than his actual height. This is because the ray is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. So when the ray is moving from rarer medium to denser medium, it moves towards the normal. So on extending this ray, the ray appears to be coming from greater height. So for the fish, the man appears to be taller than his actual height. So a person standing on the land appears to be taller than his actual height to a fish inside a pond. So it means that for a fish, the man appears to be taller, and for a shooter, the fish appears to be closer than its actual position. So here is the observer. So observer, when he is observing the fish, this is the actual position of the fish. But for the observer, the fish appears to be here. Okay, this is the apparent position of the fish. Hope you understood why it is difficult to shoot a fish swimming in water. Thank you. Thank you for watching Prash.